Today on Meat Revival, Lotta Bull, good old eating brisket.
We're back here on Meat Revival, and guess what time it is? It's May.
That means
this is
National BBQ Month.
National BBQ Month. So there's actually a brisket day. Is that
Yeah.
true?
It's actually my birthday. May 28th is National Brisket
well,
Day.
happy birthday. So I got an Akaushi brisket here, all trimmed out for you. I've been asked to do brisket like if I'm going to eat it. So
A home cooked brisket.
a home cooked brisket, you know. How would I trim it down? What would I do with it? Would I inject it? Would I just rub it? You know?
Crock pot and liquid smoke.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to go to crock pot and liquid smoke. But, you know, this is what I would do. And I'm just going to show you here. This has had very little trimming on it whatsoever. All I do is just kind of square it up so that it kind of cooks evenly. That's all I want it to do, you know. Brisket can be a very flavorful meat, or it can be a very bland meat. So what we do with it is we take an injection. This is the
soon-to-be famous Meat Revival beef injection and marinade
that we're going to use on this today. And we just go through on the lean side, kind of checkerboard it, fill it up with it, and then we're going to go back and use our red dirt seasoning and our garlic salt on it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the injection process. When you're injecting, you hit a fat pocket in there, you see it raise up. You can't push your needle, your syringe, because it's hitting a fat pocket. It doesn't take a whole lot of injection in here, but every time you hit it, you can see the meat kind of move up. You're going about halfway in, I suppose, and just keep running back and forth, just like that. It's not rocket science, and I promise you, this injection that we're running in here, you just about want to drink it out of the jar all by itself.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
And you can. It certainly wouldn't hurt you. The injection that we got here, it just mixes very easily with some beef stock, beef broth, beef consommé, whatever you want to use. It's just got a big beefy flavor to it.
Nice thing about it too is you don't have to heat it.
No heating involved. All you got to do is mix a quarter cup of this with 20 ounces of water, and actually you can put it in this jar and just shake it. There's no whisking, there's no big process to get it to dissolve.
But if you wanted to add beef consommé or beef stock, you would just substitute however much out within that 20 ounce
That's
ratio.
correct. That's correct.
So you can see that thing's plumped up a little bit there.
Yeah, it's trying to run out. The closer you get down to the end of it, it's a little bit thinner here, so it doesn't take as much. So once you do that, and you still got plenty of injection left, you go back up to the point end and fill it. If you watch,
That really will take it in.
you see it swell. So I just hit the fat pocket right there, and you bust it loose, it'll go on in. Now, don't wear your good clothes when you do this, because the first few times you do it, you're gonna get it all over you. You know, you're gonna go in here and hit that, and it all looks like good, and all of a sudden it's coming right at you. So,
Oh, I've covered the walls of my trailer. I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
doing these.
yeah, you and me both. See that? Just like that. Only usually it's coming at you instead of going that way. So, all right, so we've covered everything there. What we're going to do now is just kind of take a paper towel, just kind of rub that in a little bit.
That's still a nice little marinade on there.
Yeah.
Binder, you don't have to use anything else.
Now this will work. I mean, this is an Akaushi brisket. It doesn't have to be. Just get a select brisket. Get a choice. You just want to make sure that your brisket you get is just not full of fat. You know. A lot of times, if you try to get a too fatty a brisket, you end up with the fat overtaking everything else in it. Or if you try to trim it down, you waste half the brisket.
Right.
You know. So we take the garlic salt. This is my favorite brand is Fiesta. Oh, I love Fiesta products out of Texas. And I say, man, that's a lot of salt you're putting on there. Yeah, that's okay. It ain't gonna hurt me. Then we take our red dirt,
That's a great brisket, man.
put it on. Can tend to be a little cakey sometimes. You just kind of rub it in.
Now, about how long before you cook will you do this?
You know, I try to do it about 8 to 10 hours before I cook it. Typically, if I'm at a contest, I don't ever want to put it back on refrigeration. I may set it in a cooler, put it in a Campbell because it's still cold right now to the touch. You know, and I kind of want it to be as much to room temperature as possible when I put it on in the morning. All right, so we're going to flip it over. You can see still not a lot of fat involved on here. No more brisket injection.
So you do rub the fat side.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
There's a couple different schools on that. I rub the fat side myself too, but you know, I hear the people, oh, it's just gonna melt off and stick to the grates and you're not eating it anyway, but
Well, yeah, see, that's kind of the difference between the competition brisket and I'm gonna eat it at home brisket. I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna eat it all.
yeah.
I'm gonna eat that fat. Why do I do that? Because fat is flavor. It's really a simple process, the way you do it. You know, and I cook these briskets 5-6 days a week in the food trailer. So I kind of get tired of seeing them all the time. But, you know, to take care of our customers, that's what we do. Okay.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah, simple is better for me when it comes to brisket. You know, you put a little seasoning on, you put a little injection in, let it do its thing. Just don't overthink it. So, we'll get this ready to put it to bed for tonight. We'll put it on the pit tomorrow. We'll see it when it's done.
We'll be back.
Thanks.
Good morning. You see, it's a damp morning out here in Bahia, Mississippi at the Funhouse. We got our smoker coming up. It's about 275 degrees now, something like that. In a minute, she'll go ahead and she'll pop up there to 300 plus, and that's where we want her to run. You know, a lot of these smokers are kind of like women. They kind of got a mind of their own, so you just kind of let them do their own thing. We'll just stoke them up with wood. We're using pecan wood and hickory wood this morning on it. So we're going to go ahead and just take the brisket. We're going to do it fat side down. The reason we do that because the Champion is built so that you get heat and smoke from the top and bottom. So to put it in on the fat side down, I'm still going to get heat, I'm still going to get smoke on the bottom, and we're just going to run it that way the whole time. If you look in here as we get ready to go, the injection that we did last night, we probably put, I guess probably a cup and a half injection. It did not run out everywhere, so the meat held the injection very good over the night. So, see, she's still pliable. Put it right down here, on about 4 inches from the smokestack end. Put the big end toward the back. It runs a little hotter back there, so we're going to try to run that way. We're going to put her to bed. We'll check it in about an hour, see what she's doing. Normally, this brisket that we're doing right now will take about 4 hours altogether. We're going to do 2 hours in. We're going to wrap it, and then probably another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It'll be at temp, which will be about 204, 206 degrees. Then we're going to let it rest for an hour or so before we slice it up. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're 2 hours into this brisket now. And you can see, this is what I was talking about. She got her mind of her own. She's running almost 375, and that's okay. We don't worry about that. It's easier to adjust what I'm doing and let her do what she wants to do. So we're gonna reach in here. We're gonna get this. We've been cooking it mixed side up. You can see. I'll flip it over and show you what I'm talking about. So it really doesn't matter on the temperature which side you're working with. For today, I'm just going to leave its back side up when I wrap it. And looks like maybe I misjudged the size of the foil that I needed. But you know what? That's okay. Because we're just going to fold over and close up the side wrap.
And that's a double layer of foil.
That's a double layer of foil, yeah. So, you know, we had a little brisket injection left when we did this. We're just going to pour that in. It's a little bit cool, but that's okay. That's just a little longer to cook is all that is. So we roll the sides back down on it. Just like that, all ready to go back to bed. We'll put it back in here, like so. And we'll put it down for another couple of hours. Should be good to go. Got our brisket out of the cooler, where it's been sitting. We're just gonna slice it up. A lot of people like to go directly with the grain. I always take mine whichever way it's setting. That's where I want it to be. I get a little more connective tissue in it to help hold it together. And let's just see. You can see there, it's not coming straight across, but I got just a little bit in there. That connective tissue in there will help hold that slice together in case you overcook it. And that's what you want. This is just a good eating brisket. So I'm gonna continue to slice it on up. Thanks folks for watching. We hope this helps some. Y'all stay tuned.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking us out today on Meat Revival. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get all the latest updates. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below. We'll see you next time.